So right now we are going to start a Microsoft Word project. So we are going to create a table, and using the table we will also create a chart out of it. And in this table we are going to format it. So the first thing, I'm going to open Microsoft Word. So this is my cursor, it is in red color. I'm going to click here, then I will write Word. After that, I'll be able to see Word document here, the program. I can click on it to open it. Also, I can click on this start button once, then right in this space, I scroll until I find W, alphabet W, that is Microsoft Word. Then I'll click only once, it is going to open up. From there, I'll click on new because I'm starting a new blank document. Then I'll click on blank document. So this is my page that I'm going to start working on. So I want to work with a table, but before that, I want my document to have a heading on the footer section. So I'll click insert, then I go to footer, header. I'll click the header, and then on this header I can pick the first option. From there, I'll click home and align this to be at the center of the page by clicking paragraph center alignment. After that, now I can click here and type a title, maybe Nation Newspaper Budget 2025. So I'm assuming this is a magazine company that is trying to create its own budget. Then I will select all this by holding my mouse before end, and then I scroll up to this end. After that, under home tab, I'll make it bold. I'll click on this font color, this arrow once, then I can pick a color, maybe that one. Then I can increase the font size using this or this. I can either use the numbers to increase the font size, or I can just click randomly on this bigger A. Now I have a bigger font size on my header. If I click underline, I will be able to underline that title. Once I'm done, I'll click on header and footer, then I close this header and footer. Now this is the header for my document. If I click insert and I insert a blank page, I'll be able to have a second page but with a repetitive header. When you create a header, it also repeats itself on the second page. So make sure you avoid typing your information on the header part because you'll find it already typed in the second page. Now I'm going to insert a page number. So still under insert, I'll click on page number, then I can pick the bottom, then I'll choose the option of left side. This is plain number 3. So you can see now my page 1 has 1 page and my page 2 has page 2. Then after that, I'll close both. Look at this address bar. You'll be able to see right now I'm in page 2 of 2, meaning the total number of pages I have is 2 pages, but 0 words, meaning I've not typed anything. So I'll go back to page 1. I'll click only once. Now I want to insert a table. So I will click insert. Then in this arrow, I click there. I'll go down until I see this text, insert table. I'll click on that option. I'll specify number of columns. Columns are vertical while rows are horizontal. I'll say maybe I need 7 columns. I type 7. And then number of rows, I can type maybe 10. Then I'll say okay. So this is a table that I've installed. Now this is a table I want to work on. So this table, I can format it before I start working on it. First thing, I want anything that I'm going to type in this table to be aligned at the center of each cell. So I'll click on this small box to select the entire table. Immediately it is going to activate this toolbar and this toolbar. So under table layout, I'll specify the height of each row. This is the row, this is a row. So I'll specify the height until I see a height that is good for my feet. So I'll click as it increases. That's a good height. Still, I'll click on the table. I can also specify the column with it. This is the column. I can make it bigger that way. So now I have my table. What if I want to erase some of the columns? I'll select the column I want to erase, and then I right click on that column and I say delete column. It is going to be deleted. I can also do the same for these two columns. I right click, I say delete columns, it will delete. What if I want to add a column? The easiest way to add a column is to move slowly to your table. The moment you spot this circular with a plus sign, click inside once to add one column. If I want to do the same to the row, I'll move slowly. When I see the circular part, I click once. I'll be able to add. That's a shortcut for adding columns and rows. Now I'm going to move this table to the center of the page. I will hold this section, then I'll move slightly that way. So this is our table we are working on. I can also select the entire table. Then I go to table design. I'll be able to change the color for this table by shading it. So I'll select maybe this color. That is the color for the entire table. What if I want to shade one row? I'll just select that row that I want to shade this way. Then I'll pick another color for that row, be gray. I can also do them for a column. Select, then I click on that color. Now that is our table that we've given colors. What about borders? These lines are the borders for a table. I'll select the table, then I click on borders. I'll go down to borders and shading. I can specify a color for the borders. Maybe I want this type of color, red. After that, I can choose the thickness of each line, the intensity. I'll check this one. Now this is how the table will appear like. Then I say okay. So we are going to have a red bordered table with shadings inside. After that, now I'm able to type in. But before I start typing in, you can see when I type W, where does it appear? That is the point. But I want it to appear at this center, this center, this center, this center. So what I'll do, I'll select the entire table. I go to table layout. Then I pick one of these 9 options. This is when you want to type at the top, left part, bottom, left part, or center, left part. But I want center in the center section. So I take that one. So whatever I'll be typing here, it is going to appear at the center of each table, each cell. So that is the first option. So now, having understood that, we are going to do something on this table. So first, let me select these cells and give them a good color that is visible. So I'll shade color white. After that, I'm going to write titles. Maybe you can say names, name of students. Then we can put subjects, CRE, maths, English, Kiswahili. After that, I can put student names. These are random names. I'll put subjects. So these are random marks I've put. So before we go further, I want to save this work so that we don't lose it in case power goes off. So I'll click File, and then I'll say Save As Desktop. Then I will specify which area I'll say in the desktop. What is the file name? I can call it Nation Budget. Which format do I want to save? Maybe PDF format or Word format. I'll say Word format. In which folder? Which folder? Let me save it inside Factory Workers. So I'll double click Factory Workers. Then I'll say Save. So my document now is saved as Nation Budget. If I minimize, we'll see it is inside Factory Workers. You can see it. Factory Workers, we have Nation Budget. This folder Factory Worker as Nation Budget Word document with W. Now from that, I want to add one more column. So I'll click, and then I want to insert one more column. So insert column to the left. That's the column. I'll say item. And then I want to number here from 1 to the last one. So I'll select inside here, this way. Then I'll go to home. I'll click number option. You can pick this one. So automatically it's going to number for me from 1 downwards. So let me also change this color to color white. You can see this is our table. If I want to copy this table, I'll just click there, right click and copy. Then I'll go to page 2, click only once, click on paste. You'll be able to copy and paste your table to page 2. Now I'm going to insert a chart for this table. So before I do that, let me create a new page, insert blank page. So this is a blank page. We are going to set our chart to be in this blank page. So this is our table. What I'll do, I'll click here to select the entire table. Then under insert, I'll find where the chart is. So I'll move slowly. When I spot chart, I'll click there once. There are different types of charts, but the most recommended one is the column chart. So I'll pick this first one, and then I'll say OK. So this is our Excel presentation for the chart that we want to create. So what I'll do first, because the new dialog box is affecting the table, they are fighting for the space. So what I'll do, I'll free it by clicking on this tab, ensuring it is in front of text, and fix position on page. After that, I close, and now I can move down this extra page. Can move it down this way. This is where we are going to see our chart, but now we need to work with this Excel. So what I'll do on that Excel, I'm going to copy these names, and let me start from up here, these names and the subjects. Once I'm done with that, I right click and copy. Then I'll click in this cell also, select it, and then I paste. Then I will paste. I'm going to paste. Let me paste. So once I paste that information, it is going to display on my chart. So as you can see now, I can close this. I don't need it. Let's see the first student number 7. We have Makori. In this subject, that is CRE, Makori had 36. Then maths, he had 69. So let's look at the chart. Did he have 36 in CRE and 69 in maths? So Makori, we see Makori is here. So let us start with this blue color, that is CRE. CRE Makori alipata ngapi? 36, which is between 30 and 40. What about maths? Maths is in this color, orange. So maths for Makori, we can see it's here. It's almost 69, almost touching 70. Is it correct? 69 for Makori. Makori, yeah, it's correct here, 69. 69 under maths. So that's how you work with charts and tables. Then I can just click here and rename this maybe nation chart. If I want to further format my chart, I'll click on the chart. Then chart design, we have different types of formatting, including colors. You can change colors for your vertical bars presenting each mark for each subject. Thank you for watching, and kindly redo the same thing that we are doing.